Maybe we go Maguru for our... Well, we like the Kogane skills. Just trying to check real quick. Everyone's got dance ups for some reason. Dance and vocal. Mental. Visual. We really don't have a super strong visual card. So yeah, we'll go with this Maguru. It's gonna put one dance card in our stack, but that's not the end of the world. Keeping the Tenka and Hiori for sure. Those are our really strong visual cards. So we do have a dance card in the stack. We could put Kogane in and have Maguru waiting in the wings. Kogane hits for how much? A 2? So it'll make our stack a little bit weaker, but still better than a dance. And I didn't even point out our Japanese in the bottom left when we got the promise. Although I don't... Did she ever ask for a promise? Not sure. Okay, this is lesson reroll. Where is our audition reroll? I think this is the audition reroll item. So we'll bring one of these. They seem to be fairly rare. We only have 22 as opposed to like 120 of other items. We didn't switch out our Natsuha. We almost started that with leaving our Natsuha or our Hiori behind. We did need to switch out the Hiori anyways, so that works. We got our Choco here. Got our 2 items, so we can re-roll wing if we need to this time. And we're off. We are trying to true end our SSR Hiori, who doesn't have the best visual skill, but it's something. It's also going to hit for dance. So anytime our visual is already maxed and we want to pick something else, we'll go for dance this time. Tenka's in the visual room. She's our only real big visual buff when she's in the room. So we'll try and hit that up anytime she's in there. So this Maguru is a dance card, but seems to have a bit of visual on the side, since she has given us visual in the first run. Yeah, absolutely, Kozuroni. I will not cry if you are not here for us, but I do appreciate when you are. Alright, Mental's leveling up. Our radio room has not leveled up yet. We only have 3 weeks left. So we are hoping for the radio room level up next time. Otherwise it's possible we do have to do an audition. We're getting some more true ends in the Discord. It's always good to see. Tenka's really trying to bait us into not leveling Mental, but we need to. So there's our radio room level up. So we only need one more radio room. We got no one in the visual room. It's a good time to do it. Hit our fan limit, don't have to do an audition. Auditions aren't the worst thing in the world to do Season 1. It just means you lose that 1 week of training. And if you have a card like Rinze, who gives like plus 16 vocal for winning an audition, it's a pretty decent alternative, honestly. Tried for the 27%. It's not the end of the world to get the failures every once in a while. Just means we kind of missed out 1 week of training. Which happens all the time when we fail auditions in Season 4. Alright, visuals first. We could go for an audition already. I think we will, just to get that out of the way here. It may have been smarter to rest before trying to get our audition out of the way. Ooh, we do not have good tension at all with that one failure. She hasn't asked us for any promises yet. So we're at like default tension minus some from the failure. Feels bad. Probably should have done the 2.5 supports, but that's fine. So the Kogane card is going to be our weakest card. If this event lasts longer, yeah, let's see. Oof, never mind. It's gonna see if Vocal 1 was better than a support Visual 2.5, but it is not, and that's okay. Okay, and there's our Season 2 audition out of the way. I keep forgetting to dress up my supports. Feels bad. Here's our Hiori cutscene. One of the first SSR cards, so the cutscene's pretty basic, but that's okay. Some of the newer cutscenes are amazing, like the Maid Natsuha cutscene or the Evil Overlord Chocolate cutscene. Those ones are pretty awesome. Alright, 3 girls in the mental room. We can't pass that up. It's good to get our mental up to 300 anyways. We've got Coggers in the visual room. We'll hit that up for the perfect. Getting close to that 300 visual. There's our 300 visual. I think Meguru's skill was plus 50. Yep. So we may as well go up Kogane's tree first. Replace our dance with the, actually no, we'll replace the vocal. Because we are going dance secondary. I guess we're doing radio room. I guess we're getting almost plus 60 mental. Anytime you see 4 girls in a room, it's almost always a good option to try and... I think this is our first... Oh no, it's our second morning communication. Here's a promise. We want to do this. We need the tension from it. Okay, so here's where we practice our Nihongo. So promises are the one thing that a notebook won't tell you what's up. So if you don't know Japanese, promises can be pretty tricky. You're going to be looking for 2 things to the promise. You're going to be looking for the timing, which will always have, you see this second kanji here, this week. You look at the weeks here. It's either going to be a single line for 1, 2 lines for 2. It's going to be kind of a weird little hat thing for now. So we're getting now week, this week. So she wants this week to do, and then there's 4 different things they can ask for. They can ask for one of the 3 training rooms, or they can ask for a rest. I color-coded them for us here. If you know katakana, it's really easy. It's either bokaru, so vocal, bijuwaru for visual, or dansu for dance. So the 3 training stats, if you happen to know katakana, it's pretty easy to learn. You can probably knock it out in a week. It's just like 20 letters, 26 letters, 40 letters, I don't know, something like that. Or you can just learn the 3 different words for vocal, visual, and dance. All of them end with lesson, so it's going to be dance lesson, vocal lesson, or visual lesson. So if you're struggling to see the katakana, maybe learn lesson first, so you can kind of learn where you're looking. It'll be the word right before lesson. And if you don't see any of those, you're going to be looking for this little tree thing here in the bottom left, and that means rest. That one's a little harder to see, but if you don't see the katakana for a lesson somewhere, probably means rest. So this week she wanted to do a visual lesson. 6% failure because we got Trouble Guard from Kogane, so we're happy to do it. Even if we were like guaranteed to fail, we'd probably still do it for the tension up, because we do need that. Alright, we are out of stamina. We are resting. We've got some girls in the SP room, and we're gonna take advantage of that actually, because we're gonna need some SP to get our visual cap up. So there was a little baby Japanese lesson for you. Okay, we're in season 3. So we have to win 2 auditions in season 3. So it's going to get a little harder going forward here. Visual is in 3rd place. Let's do our last mental. 290 mental should be enough. We should get more just from events popping up. Still not getting much SP. We're going to replace our dance one with a visual. Visual is our bread and butter. We don't have great rooms here. We're failing at the 8%. I guess we should have rested. Mistakes were made. Feels bad, but that's okay. We're still getting visual, mental, and SP just from events popping up. Visual is 1st place here in our audition. So we, I believe, are fighting for that. Let's double check Spotlight. Yeah, we are good to go to hit visual 1. No one else is hitting 1 very hard besides a vocal girl. I think that was the most important thing for figuring out how to win auditions every time, is learning that the AI hits the same way every single time. And as long as you know what the AI is hitting, you can plan your attack and even go for off stats, as long as you're the one hitting them the most. So we could have gone, if we had a good mono card, we could have thrown in mono and Meguru and gone for some link appeals. And I believe having the full team actually does buff your stats by a percentage. The full Illumination Stars team. So that's a thing you can do with the smaller teams like Alstromeria and Illumination Stars. And what's the new team called that we're getting soon here? I forget what they're called, but it's going to be another team where if you have good supports for them, you should try and run them during your produce run, just for the stat buff. And the chance to use your memory appeal as a link appeal, which is always going to hit much harder. Or have some other good buff. Like I think Amana's link appeal hits harder. Tenka's link appeal gives you like buffs, and Chiyuki's link appeal restores mental. So it's good effects, doesn't always necessarily mean we're hitting harder. I believe we can go for anything here. We can, if our rooms aren't crazy, which they are. So we'll take this crazy room. We're done with visual. We're going to hit that 500 cap before we can uncap it, most likely. We're going to work towards that. We need 30 more. Visuals first place. No good SP room. So we'll fight for it. Hiori is still not having a good day. From all of the failures we've gotten 2 of them so far and almost no promises. So we may struggle to win wing quarters, and that's okay. Just means we had some bad luck this run with a 8% fail and a, 16% fail? I think it was the 27% that we did just fine on, so feels bad. Ooh, I like seeing the visual Hiori. I don't like seeing it as the 1x appeal. Yeah, our attention's so low we don't even get a memory appeal the entire time. Feels bad. But we're okay. We're going into Season 4 with enough fans. If you missed us earlier, we did true end the Natsuha, even going for a pure visual build against a vocal finals in Wing. We just happened to get last hit on both vocal and visual, and the top appeal on both on visual, so worked out really well for us. Alright, here we go. Finally some morning communications. We really need to raise Hiori's tension here for the memory appeals. Because if we get dance in wing quarters, the only way we're getting through that is with a good memory appeal at just the right time. 16%. Finally, some girls in the SP room. We don't have quite enough. This is going to fail again. Oh, nope, it's our excellent. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Plus 33 SP, that feels real good. And it levels up. Here we go. Another morning communication. Still not even in the red smiley face. Feels bad. Okay, we're in final season. We are uncapping our visual. We're probably just buying passives again. I think bringing this Meguru just may have been a mistake, and that's okay. Because we're not going to have the SP to get another one up. So I think we're fighting for second place in Legend, is that right? It's going to be harder without our memory appeal, but we are finally hitting the red smiley face here. Our stack looks real bad, and I think we just lose this. That is unfortunate. We got our 1x appeal, and we got Kogane's 2x appeal. We're running out of mental already. Okay, we're going for this Think appeal to try and last hit here. If we can last hit, we might win this barely, but I don't think we will. There's a failed audition right off the bat. Feels bad. Okay. So now we have 7 weeks to win 4 auditions. So visual is actually a little bit harder in Legend, where we kind of need it to be #1 position. It's like the only way we can win. We're gonna rest here. We got 6 weeks to win 4 auditions. Doesn't feel good. Here's some tension at least. If we get a promise here, we might have to do it. At least there's level 2 memory finally. But I think the 2 fails in the beginning might have bit us in the butt here. Okay, she wants to do dance in 1 week. It's not visual like we want. But let's see, we got vocal first, dance second. We can try fighting for that dance second. We're gonna have to. Try and get that tension up. Getting close. Once again, our stack is not great. We're hitting for 4.3, and they're going to be hitting for 4.2. Okay, alright, here's a passive with Hiori's 2.5, so that's a 5.9. We're gonna go for the dance visual, which is really nice for hitting that dance second. If no one hits vocal here, awesome. We get the last hit on first place. I think we get top on second place. We're doing great. Okay, 3 more auditions to go. Next week is a promise. So, maybe a little rough here. I actually don't know if we should do this promise, but we really don't want to lose the tension. A little bit more visual. We're going to get some dance from this promise, so our visual 2, dance 2 skill is going to get stronger from this. Of course, there's no one in the room. That's okay. We've got 4 weeks to win 3 auditions. I'm a little concerned about that. Here's hoping we get visual in first place for some of those weeks. Okay, there's our tension up. We have dance in first, vocal in second. So unfortunately, I think we're fighting for vocal second. Which isn't impossible, but it is going to be rough. So we hit for about, what, 6.6 there? They're hitting for 4.2. We should be able to do this. So either vocal or dance second, and then visual first or even second at this point might be best. So we've got a lot of possible ways to win here. I don't think we'll hit this last hit. Not quite. Ooh, feels bad. Okay, we got 18. I'm a little concerned that we may actually lose this here. Okay. If you get as low as 18, sometimes 2 enemies will have over 20. But we made it. We need 2 more wins, I think. In 3 weeks, something like that. Getting a little bit of visual. Are we near our 550 cap? We sure are. And we've got almost 400 mental. So that feels good. We'll grab this visual skill. If we can make our way to it, we would need 70 more SP, but getting this visual 50% from Kaho would be great. Of course, we've got 3 girls in the room, but we've got visual 1, so we are taking it. This should be an easy win here. Hitting hard, feeling good about it. That would have been a visual 1, so glad we finally replaced that skill. Kanpeki. I think that's what they say before they drink in Japan. I'm sure it also means like, here it goes or something, but going for a good hit here to hopefully last it. Ooh, not quite. That's okay. Still did great. 2 possible auditions to go. We need to win one of them. Our stats are looking good, but our skills are looking pretty so-so. We don't have any good passives here. I think we can go for the dance too here, right? Yeah. So this should be pretty easy to win. And we're going to do it for sure this week, even if we had good idols, just so we have 2 different chances to win it. So we're hitting for 6.1, they're hitting for 4.6. We're hitting a little weaker now. That's only because we had to use supports. You always want to hit a little bit earlier rather than a little bit later there. Okay, Vocal's first place. We have an easy chance to last hit it here, so we will. Look at that. A vanilla cutscene. Alright. We got 26. We're good to go. We have the fans. We're praying on the wing quarters and wing finals to be good to us. And we do have the ability to reroll the judges if we so desire. So we're feeling real good about this run. Real good. If we can beat this, we'll be at 36,000 jewels. And that is what we need. Okay. 2 girls in the SP room. We'll take it. It won't give us quite enough to do something super useful, but we will get one more passive for wing quarters. So wing quarters, what do we need? We need visual first or vocal first. If it's dance first, we can win, it's just going to be harder. If it's dance first and visual third, it's going to be real harder. Dance first, visual second. I think we try for it. I don't think we re-roll this. I think we go for top appeal on second place and last appeal on first place. Okay. So we're definitely going to be first on visual. I think we wait one more turn. They should not cap out dance here. If they do cap out dance, that's really bad luck, because there's no way we're hitting the memory appeal. Okay, it's close. We should be able to sneak last hit in here. So if you get second place, top appeal, and last hit on first place, you can win. We're at 29, they're at 24. Okay, we are going into wing finals with a judge reroll item. So we're feeling good. The only way we really mess up now is if I'm terrible at the game and miss click, which does happen. Wing quarters win. Wing finals entering. If it is vocal first place, we re-roll it. Otherwise, we go for it. Even if it's dance first place, we can actually win it. Because the only person slamming first place is the vocal girl. We brought our item this time. A visual first place. Look at this. The only person even hitting first place is good at vocal. I didn't even buy the passive that I should have bought. Here we go. We are fighting Natsuhabot for a visual first place. Feeling good about it. Easy, easy win. Alright, we'll see if we can't get dance as well. Actually, vocal is close enough. We will last hit it here to guarantee first place with 28 stars. We'll last hit them both, just for good measure. Easy wing win. So glad I bought that reroll item. Technically, we did get the second place visual and last hit on vocal with Natsuha last time, but I think visual was third place this time, so that would have been near impossible. Feels good. Very happy we remembered to bring the reroll item this time. Alright, getting some nice, easy visual wins here. Let's grab Hiori's skill. Let's grab Tenka's skill. So, if you didn't know, these first passives on every single tree, the requirement down here, you'll see the very first line is requirement. And if you happen to be looking at your idols a lot, you may notice that it is the idol's name. So this is Chiyoko, this is Tenka, this is Meguru. So the only way these passives proc once you go into the actual festival mode is if that girl you're buying the skill from is on your team. So that's why I like to buy Tenka's skill on Hiori, because I tend to combine my Alstrom area and Illumination Stars onto the same team. Whereas if you're doing... Yeah, dude. So, alright. So let's recap what has happened this last weekend. So, the first anniversary for the game is coming up. We just recently, this weekend, I think on Saturday it started, was the first live for the event, which means all the voice actresses, all 16 of them, are actually performing live. It's a big old event, hundreds of people, giving out tons of new merch and announcing a lot of fun things for the game. So if you've ever considered playing the game, you should get in now, because on March 24th, I think, we are getting a free 10 roll, which is 3,000 gems or so. I think it's like 30 bucks if you want to pay real money for it. And then after that free 10 roll, for the next 3 weeks, every single day you're getting a free 10 roll. So you're getting, what is that? $210 or so worth of free rolls right there. And that's the pre-anniversary event. We don't know what the anniversary event is going to be. They also announced for the anniversary we are getting a new team, so 3 new girls in the game. So we're going to have 5 different teams. They look a little different. I'm not sure I like their appearance. They're pretty sci-fi looking. They'll all got weird highlights in their hair and stuff, but I'm sure they'll grow on me, just like Chiyuki wasn't my favorite at first. And then the other thing, the reason we're in panic mode, if you read the description of the stream, is we were thinking Tenka was going to get the P-SSR card next, because one of the Alstro girls was getting it and Chiyuki just got an event card. But no, it's Chiyuki. Chiyuki's getting the next Produce SSR, and we need it. So instead of going through casually through all of our SR cards that give us 3,000 jewels for true ending it, we are going through all of our SSR cards, which are a little bit easier to true end, and they give 6,000 jewels. Because we're grinding out the jewels here. So this is our second true end of the morning. Hiori, we got Natsuha earlier. You missed the bikini run, I apologize, but you can always catch the VOD. So we've true ended twice today. We are actually using an item during our runs that allows us to reroll the judges once. So if we got a bad wing finals like we did this time, it was vocal in the finals and we were going for a pure visual run, we were actually able to re-roll it to have visual in first place, which is an easy win for us. This is a really good EX skill we just got for Chiyoko. Allows her to show up in the visual room a little bit more, and Chiyoko is on our visual support team, so we're happy with that. So here's 2 true ends. We got 12,000 gems today. We're skipping the true end. We don't speak Nihongo. we're learning a little bit in the bottom left there. You'll see when we get promises, I'll try and pause and show you guys what's up there. And we're looking at our next idol.